Well, I recognize that dour expression anywhere. Care to tell me what went wrong?
The wolf is gone.
Oh, no. Not Fenrir. How's the lad taking it?
Not well.
The anatomically challenged, self-styled smartest man alive, Mimir has origins that weren't fully explained in the series' 2018 reboot. First encountered by Kratos and Atreus, forged inside an indestructible tree, Mimir's Scottish accent immediately reveals his heritage as lying far away from the Nine Realms of Norse mythos and the frozen land of Midgard. To those who speculated at the time that Mimir is of English folklore, you've been proven correct, as during Kratos and Freya's trip to see the Norse fates in Ragnarok, the Norns reveal Mimir as a puck, the Old English folklore name for a sprite or fairy, though they're taunting of his past. Mimir referring to the mystical journeying horse as a kelpie during this segment of the game is a big confirmation of his Celtic backstory too.
Lovely creatures, but temperamental by reputation. In my land, they'd keep children away from the lost by telling them a kelpie would drown them. Of course, no kelpie I know would do such a thing. Unless it was disrespected.
It walks on water.
Aye. No mystical water steeds to speak of in Greece, brother?
But those years back in his native Scotland are long behind him, as by the time Kratos and Atreus first encounter Mimir, he's been encased inside that unbreakable tree for 109 winters. After Mimir left his homeland and traveled north to the Nine Realms, he quickly encountered Odin. Odin, despite being aware of Mimir's past life as a trickster, hires Mimir as an ambassador to the Aesir, with him acting as a peacekeeping envoy throughout the Nine Realms. Despite Mimir displaying endless knowledge and wisdom, Odin rarely took his advice, instead succumbing to his obsession for warmongering. Odin's aggression towards the Vanir drives Mimir to broker a marriage deal between Odin and the Vanir queen Freya, under the belief their union would bring harmony to the Nine Realms. However, the ever-paranoid Odin corrupts Freya and imprisons Mimir after his alliance with the giants of Jotunheim grants him passage throughout the Nine Realms thanks to their gift of the Bifrost. Odin takes his left eye too and places it into the statue of Thor on the Lake of Nine, in a dual act of glorifying his son whilst ridiculing Mimir. The imprisonment, as Kratos and Atreus discover, is his incarceration in unbreakable tree branches, with Odin dishing out daily torture. Kratos and Mimir, whilst not bound by blood, are brothers in mythology. Mimir frequently refers to Kratos as brother as a term of endearment only, but their connection runs much deeper than that. Put simply, Mimir's presence in the series' narrative is of utmost importance. He's the thoughtful counterpoint to Kratos' rage, the moral, trustworthy compass and guiding light accompanying Kratos' journey to reformation. Lest we forget, Mimir is the one respectfully badgering Kratos to do things as soon as they meet in the 2018 reboot.
Anything you'd like to get off your chest, brother? I can assure you I'm unsurpassed in keeping confidences. Well, you know where to find me. And for the record, I'd already guessed you were Greek. Athena? Dead giveaway.
In fact, Mimir spends much of the 2018's reboot as Kratos' counsel, aiding his reconciliation and recontextualization of his past demons and mistakes. He doesn't give Kratos forgiveness, but teaches him how to grow as a person, and most crucially, be as good as a father to Atreus as possible. However, Ragnarok flips Mimir's unassuming, somewhat jovial persona on its head, instead recasting the disembodied head as a figure harboring a mistake-laden past. See, whilst Kratos and Mimir's mythological pasts, both factual and of blurry legend, certainly overlap, their current-day personas share a lot of common ground too. Mimir's main mistakes, of which he's supremely ashamed, a feeling the once destructive Kratos knows only too well. Case in point, Ragnarok's early Weight of Chain side quest.
I captured it many years ago.
For Odin.
Yes. I thought it an imaginative and eye-catching way to earn his favour.
It worked.
That it did.
This missable favor is somewhat crucial in fleshing out Mimir's backstory. See, back when Mimir served under Odin, he imprisoned the huge whale-like creature Lindbacker to ensure Odin had an endless supply of whale blubber to power his lanterns. The incarcerated whale, presumably chained for at least as much time as Mimir was bound inside the unbreakable tree, casts a forlorn figure when first encountered by the trio in the Weight of Chains side quest. Mimir, evidently wrecked by guilt, realizes the beast has suffered for eons, with feelings of anguish and shame taking over his normally cheerful character. What is most significant about this encounter, though, is Kratos' role switches to counsel for Mimir. He does not offer Mimir atonement for his past misdeed, but instead teaches the lessons Mimir has instilled in him. The journey they are both taking is not about finding forgiveness, but learning to live with past digressions to be a better version of themselves. This early event in Ragnarok's narrative represents a marked tonal shift when compared with its predecessor. Sure, Mimir frequently displays a bitterness towards the Aesir, taking opportunity to insult Odin and Thor whenever he can during 2018's reboot. But Ragnarok adds emotional, believable depth to the character. He's just as flawed as any of the casts we encounter throughout each game. Thanks to Mimir's teachings, though, the Kratos we meet in Ragnarok oozes personal growth, and he frequently feeds his newfound optimism back to Mimir. Consequently, these brothers in arms share many emotional moments throughout Ragnarok. For instance, Kratos' affirmation at the climax of the Fit for a King favor. When discussing the morality of the storied hilt of Skafnung's sword, Mimir remarks how far Kratos' mindset has come since they first met, to which Kratos dutifully ascribes to Mimir's counsel. Or the time Mimir regales a tale of Laird brothers and the fair maiden in distress, the punchline of which garners a chuckle out of the ordinarily emotionally stoic Kratos to Mimir's delight.
I sent that lass down across the river. 'Tis you that carries her still. Oh, I got a chuckle. A rare day indeed.
Mimir's a good heart, despite, being just ahead. He's a loyal ally to Kratos and genuinely cares about both him and his son. His bitterness towards Odin and the Aesir doesn't dampen his passion for instilling proper ideals in his friends and allies. He embodies the change he wants to see in the world, learned no doubt from opposing the hedonistic, paranoid, or downright arrogant company he once kept amongst the Aesir before being imprisoned by Odin. His past misgivings do trouble him though, and he shows genuine remorse towards Freya for orchestrating her doomed marriage to Odin. His quest alongside Kratos and Freya to the Well of Erd in Ragnarok paints a picture of Mimir being instrumental in innocent suffering at the hands of the unruly Odin. To his credit, Mimir freely admits to Sigrun's spectral vision of standing idly by and never really appreciating his role in the suffering of the Nine Realms until Odin imprisoned him, although how much of his confession is warped by guilt is unclear. In Kratos' words, the Mimir we travel together with throughout Ragnarok is not the same Mimir who once provided counsel to Odin. Mimir's confirmed identity as a puck of English folklore hints excitingly at the next setting for the franchise. And if Kratos and Atreus do venture to mystical Celtic lands in the future, here's hoping Mimir will be along for the ride. So what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.